To his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone!
Works for me. Hey, pleasant good evening. I'll try that one again. A pleasant good evening and welcome inside Adelard Arena in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. It's another edition of RI St. M's Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. As the Saints in action tonight against Pittsburgh Vengence. They will play these same two sides tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And that will be game 1 of 2 for the Saints sides, as we'll see action for the U14s against Mercer Chiefs at 1 p.m. This is game 2 of a triple header at Adelard tonight. Mount St. Charles girls varsity team tied Warwick 1-1 just before this game, and then coming out on the backside of this, 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, Mount St. Charles boys varsity team in action against Bishop Hendricken, another edition of the rivalry game. And as always, you can catch all of Rhode Island High School Division I hockey right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Just go to fansonlysports.com/HSHockey. Carson Mertz in net to the left. Tyler O'Keefe to the right, and we're underway in the first period. Tonight's first period brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. As it loops around the sideboards, comes back out for Pittsburgh to try to move this one. Jamie Glantz has it go off of his stick. Pops up for the 10 of Owen Stiers, and out of play. We'll get a stoppage of play. Cycled all the way back down into the corner, comes right back out again. This one's going to kick off, and it's going to go past Kinsler. Kinsler is going to chase this one all the way down. Or might. As Kinsler came off the backside of that one, picked up by Krayer for a second, and then pushed along the backside boards. Right in front, Mertz kicks that one out as it's right on the doorstep. And first shot from Pittsburgh in this game. Cole Newpaper. Newpaper kicks this one all the way back. Wilson trying to take it here in the neutral zone. It is kicked up and sent by Max Monroe. Monroe will push that one all the way down. And line change from Mount. Sabarin for Romp. Romp dispossessed there by the 3 of Adam Proctor. As it cycles around the back side, will pop out once again for Ciodiello. Kim for Pittsburgh as he moves that one through the neutral zone. Steps over top of Sabarin. Nicoletta will kick it off the sideboards. It goes before the end line, so it will be picked up and carried out by Medved. Medved dropped that one right at center ice as they were trying to move it along with Bard. Bard goes to the opposite side for Brody Berard. Jardiello up off of the glass as it comes back for Wilson at center ice. Bumped from behind was Bard, no call, or excuse me, Baird, and no call from the referees, so we play on. Berard hard through center. Dumps that one in, trying to stretch the offense for the Saints. Dylan Dean, as Dean tries to peel one off. So Stiers off of the side of the boot of Giardello into the corner once again as it cycles back to the blue line, held here by Kessel. Kessel fires that one. Adams. Chance Adams sweeping one back into the offensive zone for the Saints. Still have not been able to set up a full offensive possession in this game, though we are here early in the first period of play. Reaching pass, trying to stretch one there for Sean Miller. Monroe looking for a little bit of help from Catallo as Crayer, Monroe, and Catallo work along the sideboards. Kinsler runs into the 18 of Newpaper, and we continue on. Up over top and chasing it is Crayer. Crayer intercepts that one over top. Shot from the side, and that one hit the side of the net from Christian Hernandez. Crayer stepped over top of the defenseman to intercept his clearing attempt and opened up one for Christian Hernandez. As that will be shepherded into the glove by Mertz. And we get a stoppage of play. 11:39 left to go here in this first period. A little bit of a false start on the faceoff. For Wilson. Offside. And a faceoff will come at center ice. So Sabarin against Kim. Face-off won by Sabarin for Nicoletta. All the way across for Potter. Giardello is going to chase this one down in the corner. A little bit of a push from behind, nothing doing. He continues to work the puck alongside the 77 of Brady Wilson. Carried back out of the zone. Baird trying to set anything he can for Pittsburgh. They have not had a really true offensive cycle possession yet. Just a couple of shots. Is that one again? One from distance and right in front as they crash the net with a puck that popped off of the backside boards. Nicoletta is without his stick right now as he continues to guard defensively, and now he can regain his stick. This one will get swept around. Stuck along the boards as they tried to get moved as Sabarin goes in there along with Nicoletta. The 88 in red and black is Forrest Baird. Now the puck pops free finally. Kassane from the blue line. That one hit into the body of Sabarin, and a whistle and a stoppage of play on icing. Sabarin got his stick whacked out of his hands. He's trying to appeal to the ref for a slashing penalty. Didn't get the call. And a discussion from the referees to Caden Harvey. And to Will Bent on the Mount side. And now we finally get the puck dropped and underway. Spadaro trying to look for Harvey, and this one sent off the sideboard past Dean Icing. We'll bring it back and do it again. .953 left to go here in the first. As Kiesel sends one that hits the glass. Pinned in the corner, and now we get a whistle and a stoppage of play, and I think we're going to get a penalty called. And it's going to be against Mount. They're going to call the 18 of Gavin Callahan, 2 minutes for interference. Miller. Spadaro. Mertz makes the save, as right on top of him was Stiers and had 2 attempts on goal. Spadaro. Opposite corner there for Medved. Spadaro thought about pulling the trigger. This one bounces off the sideboards. Medved missed it. Gets picked up. Caleb Rump will track that one all the way down into the defensive boards. Miller. As Spadaro collides with the backside of Ryder Kinsler. Along the backside boards in front of the Zamboni door as it gets peeled around, Miller brings that one out, looking there for Stiers. And Stiers fired one that may have hit traffic in the body of Peter Nicoletta. A minute left to go in the advantage, 8.5 left to go here in the first period. Stood up at the blue line was Caden Harvey. And the puck will pop behind the Mount cage up into the netting and a stoppage of play. 45 seconds left in the advantage, 8:22 in this first period. No score on the board, very few shots from either side. Bit of a shadow boxing match as these two sides figure each other out. I mentioned they'll playing this game tonight. They'll play tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And the U15s play against Mercer Chiefs at 1. The 2 Mountain Academy games for this weekend. As there's an opportunity that got pinned right on the post from Christian Hernandez. Hernandez trying to get a shorty. Back for Berard, fires one, and that one had to get kicked aside. Cycles around the backside boards. Hernandez trying to dispossess it if he could from Gilbert. He cannot. Williams carries with it out through the zone. Dropped off for Kiesel. Penalties expired. Callahan's out of the box. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. As it gets kicked along the backside boards by Monroe. Trying to go the opposite direction was Gilbert, and it's taken out of the zone all the way down by Cazzalo. For Hernandez. Looped around off the corner. Gilbert collides with Kinsler. Potter's going to chase this one and get to it first, as he was chased by the 71 of J.J. Williams. Afganov up off of the glass. It bounces in the neutral zone. As Kinsler was trying to release Nikita Evganov down the side, Potter pushes the 17 of Kassane into the backboards. Now comes around to dispossess. Callahan pushes this one forward for Evganov, trying to slot all the way across. Was looking for Catalo, and it was a little too short. That one's going to get sent all the way down by Pittsburgh. And it will cause a stoppage of play on the icing. We'll get a face-off for the Saints to the left of O'Keefe. Tonight's first period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information. And by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Our stellar cameraman, Alden Darris, in-house tonight, alongside myself, Matt Gillis, and the entire Fans Only Sports Network crew. We thank you so much for tuning in. Tirardello tries to snake that one through, and it will be stamped down by O'Keefe. Through the neutral zone, Sabarin had a tip off of his stick, goes back for Spadaro. Spadaro will just dump that one down. Pittsburgh will use it as a dump and chase. They'll go on a line change. Saints will pick this one back up. Bent, cross ice for Dean. Dylan Dean tried to flick one back in the center as Will Bent was coming across. And that one got kicked aside by O'Keefe for Stiers. Off of his stick as it loops around the backside boards. Bothered there by Monroe. Bent off the sideboards. Bent got lit up and dropped to the ice as he ran into the 77 of Brady Wilson. Bent back to Wilson again, and that one didn't work either. As Wilson sandwiched Bent to the boards for a second time, but the puck pops free for Monroe right in front. Shot, score! Jamie Glantz found the backside and stuck it up where Mama keeps the cookies, and it's 1-0 Saints. They were peppering O'Keefe. And that one finally had some daylight for it to get popped upstairs. Dean and Monroe are going to get assists on Glantz's goal. And it sets up the Saints having a lead with 4 left to go here in the first. Medved. Hernandez. For Hernandez. And another shot. Backdoor step for Catalo as Crayer took an attempt. Crayer from the corner. That one gets stuck in! It came off of the edge of the pad of O'Keefe. And I believe it was Christian Hernandez who got the juicy rebound and popped it in. A sneaker around the post And they said 12, so it might have been Matt Crayer picking up an assist. Should be Christian Hernandez on the goal. Matt Crayer and Anthony Catallo are going to get assists on this one, as that will be stamped down by O'Keefe. They confirm that it is Christian Hernandez on the goal, Crayer and Catallo on the assists, and it's 2-0 Saints. Looped around the back sideboards. Rump. Sabarin. Chardiello back for Rump on the backside board. Sabarin will loop this one around. He can go up top to Brock Potter. Potter over for Nicoletta. Peter Nicoletta fired one. That one took a deflection off of the backboards and came out almost an opportunity for Rump. Off of O'Keefe on a long distance attempt from Brock Potter. Potter gets that one back. Slots across and will be carried out of zone finally by J.J. Williams for Pittsburgh. So they're just going to dump down. This game has opened up exponentially for the Saints in the past couple of minutes. And Severn fires one. O'Keefe has to hold on to that. And all of a sudden, the Saints have jumped out to an 11-4 lead in the shots on goals. But more importantly, 2-0 on the score line with 2:34 left to play here in the first. Spadaro. All the way down. Kinsler chases him. Miller trying to see if he can find space in front. Bothered left and right. Comes all the way back out to Kiesel at the top. Caden Harvey for Kiesel. That one deflected off of somebody's stick and went way up into the net. 2 and change left to go here in the first period of action as the Saints sit in on 2 goals. Back of the blue line area, and that one may have hit the net again, as it did on the shot attempt from Medved. Round the backside boards. Callahan. Forward for Glantz. Glantz picked up the first. Christian Hernandez the second. Crayer and Catallo have assists. As this one works along the boards. Gilbert in front center, and a shot from Medved snared by Mertz. Carried through the neutral ice area by Crayer as he looks off for Hernandez. Crayer and Hernandez in the last minute to go here in the first period. As Hernandez gets pinned to the boards, trying to kick that one free. Crayer is getting held back. as he's pushed along the boards by Anthony Spadaro. Comes out for Crayer. Crayer tries to work it around, looking for some help from Cataldo. Pop back out for Crayer again. Crayer and Hernandez collide with each other a little bit, as in the middle of that is Adam Proctor. Hernandez gets run into the boards by Spadaro right in front of the Pittsburgh bench. Final 34 seconds to go here in this first period of play. Cataldo cycles through the neutral zone. Has that one dispossessed from his stick. Crayer is right there to dump it back in. Saints are going to go for a quick line change. 16 seconds. Turnover. Shot across the mouth of the goal as that one came up with a stick with a 19 of Cole Sabrin. Back for Ryder Kinsler. Kinsler will just dump it in. It's going to hit the backside boards right as the horn sounds, and we're through the first period of play. 2-0 after one. They're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll take the quick break as well. We'll be right back. You're watching RA Saints Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
As we welcome you back and get set for second period action here on Fans Only Sports Network. Sabrin to the face-off circle as he gets to go against the 11 of Caden Harvey, and we're underway in the second period. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight's second period brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee-owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Looped around the backside. Brody Berard as he's going to push that one out. Carried forward for a brief moment by Ciardello, and that one will be whistled for offside. We'll get a stoppage of play. 15:20 left to go here in the second period. Kicked around the backside boards behind Noah Mertz. Carson Mertz. For Dylan Dean. Jay's going to kill me for that one. Dean fired, and that one came right off of the pads, and an almost opportunity on the opposite side for Glantz. Monroe deflected up high from the 38 of Jacob Gilbert. Potter off the side boards. Monroe. Crayer. And then back to Christian Hernandez, who has one of the 2 goals on the evening for the Saints. For Dylan Dean, as he gets sandwiched along the boards. And Baird pushing the subject matter as he tried to get the puck free for his teammate Reese Medved. Right in front, and that one is stamped on by O'Keefe. Stops play, 13:38 to go here in the second. Stiers. Nicoletta had it caught up in his skates. That one kicked up, and Crayer has to whack it over top of the backside of the net out of danger. As it's chased all the way in the back corner for Pittsburgh to try to pull it out. Caden Harvey. Harvey gets bumped a little by Crayer in front of his bench. Crayer comes away with the puck. Catallo moving along here. Catallo sends that one, and it goes into the backside of a Pittsburgh player. Most notably the 10 of Owen Stiers. Miller offside, and we'll get a stoppage of play, and a whistle after the play is a huge hit. Came from Peter Nicoletta along the boards. And Nicoletta is going to sit in the box for a while. And the Pittsburgh player is down on the ice. Well, they attend to him. We'll take a commercial break. You're watching RA Saints Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First right kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across.
As we welcome you back to Adelaide Arena and we get everything sorted out, so Peter Nicoletta, 5-minute major, 10-minute misconduct, a game misconduct, and he's out for the rest of the night for a check from behind. Pittsburgh's number 10, Owen Stiers, is going to get a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then Pittsburgh will have a 3-minute power play. We play with 12 and change left to go here in the second. Saints leading 2-0. Spadaro for Miller. Cycled that one back, backhanded attempt. Mertz kicked it away. And a down player on the backside is Berard. He pops back up. Callahan as he tried to slot that one. And it didn't go through. And then again, they pop one off of the backside boards. This time it was the 11 of Caden Harvey. Dean was looking to drop back for Callahan. Harvey steps into Callahan. Callahan comes away with it, loops it around the backside for Berard. Dean's going to pick this one up. Bent now with it along the side boards. Bent fires one, and that one is blocker padded away. Callahan from the blue line. Slot pass for Berard. Berard looking down in the corner for Bent. It's going to skip past Bent. Hits the boards and it's shepherded around and then sent back the other way by Brody Berard. 43 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. And that one goes right in to the pads of O'Keefe, who has to fold down to hold on to it. Faceoff comes down on the right side of O'Keefe. Pittsburgh trying to win that one. Saucer pass, and then Mirovic gets absolutely lit into the boards by Ryder Kinsler. Carried craftfully by Glantz, trying to slot for Catallo. Couldn't get that one to go. Wilson fires. Mertz makes the kick save. Monroe pins into the boards. A Pittsburgh player. It may have been the 9 of Kim, and it was. As Kinsler picks that one up all the way down, icing will be the call. We'll get the stoppage of play. Steyer's penalty is expired. Gannon is in the box serving the penalty for Nicoletta, who has been ejected from the game. And there is a 2 minutes 38 seconds major power play time. This one gets wrapped around. Medved. Cross ice pass. Hard shot as that one deflects up over top of everything. Came up with the 53 of Sean Miller. Whistle and a stoppage of play as Mertz makes a save, and quickly referees getting in between Steyers and Gavin Callahan. 2:20 remaining in the advantage. Hard shot. Taken away by Rumpf. Rumpf flicks one. Where is it? It's actually pinned on the side of the net. Smartly by O'Keefe. Kinsler had a tip off of his stick, came back all the way at the blue line, fired by the 77 of Wilson, caught back by Wilson again. Medved from the side, that one clicked up off of a stick. May have been his teammate, the 11 of Caden Harvey, right in front. And Mertz is going to make the save. This one kicks off the backside board, scooting all the way down. They will call icing. And we'll get another stoppage of play. 8:52 left to go here in the second. Kiesel through traffic as Krayer deflected that one. Comes back for the 83. Kiesel again. Wilson on the opposite side. Up over top. 45 seconds remaining in the advantage as this one deflects off the glass, comes all the way back in the neutral zone. Over top of the stick of Berard, chased in the back corner for J.J. Williams. Williams as he tries to wrap around. Newpaver. Cross again for Wilson. Wilson holds, fires into traffic. Berard taps it over to Krayer. Krayer is going to lift this one up over top of Newpaver, and he'll chase it all the way down. In 5 seconds, the penalty will expire. Saints will have killed off a 5-minute major. And we'll be back to five-a-side hockey with 7:45 left to go as Gannon's out of the box. Offside called as Krayer bumped Baird and forced him in. 7.5 or 7.5 with change left to go here in the second. Tonight's second period brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit stanleytree.com for more information. And by Hampton Sports Center, Connecticut's Hockey Pro Shop. Gannon's going to get thrown out of the faceoff circle here. So in comes the 21 of Chance Adams, and Adams ends up taking that faceoff win for the Saints as it's kicked back from Brock Potter. Ryder Kinsler to the opposite side. Kinsler fires that one all the way down, and we'll do this one again all the way on the opposite side of the ice. They'll go to the circle right side of Carson Mertz. Around the backside boards, Catallo bumps with Motorovich. Gannon. Kinsler trying to find a line to get it out of the zone. Got deflected there by Kim. Comes back for Chance Adams. Popped up and back again into the defensive zone. They say a deflection, so no icing. As they send that one off the sideboards, and this time there will be icing. With 6:53 remaining. These two teams will take the ice again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time from here at Adelaide Arena. We'll have the action for you right here on Fans Only Sports Network. As always, follow us, Fans Only Sports, Fans Only, sportz.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever you might have for social media at FOSPORTZ. One more game here on the Adelaide Arena ice to follow this game as the Mount St. Charles boys varsity team, the high school team, taking on Bishop Hendricken in another edition of their classic rivalry. That game is available on the Fans Only Sports Network High School Ice Hockey Home Ice Pass. In front with an opportunity for Will Bent, no whistle, and did we get the net off of its moorings? You can see the amount of snow collected around the apron of that net. Of course, also right in front of the benches, we can see the Mount side, the Pittsburgh side directly below our broadcast position. As we sit 6:23 from the end of the second, they will resurface the ice after the end of this period, so we'll get that longer intermission break and they can clean up what hockey players will refer to as a dirty ice. Wilson sent that one long up over top of everything. Glance for Dean. Dean tracks one back for Bent, and that one is snagged between the leg pads as there's issues between Dylan Dean and Caden Harvey after the play. Face-off won by Pittsburgh. Brady Wilson cycles that one around. Looking for New Paver, and offside is called. Kicked and kicked and kicked by both Williams and the 38 of Gilbert as they were trying to do something to break open space. Sabarin looped one around, and that one goes wide of O'Keefe. Berard. New paver for Williams as it clicks off of his stick for Gilbert. Gilbert's going to fight for it along the sideboards. Caleb Robb got in the mix of that, so too did Brock Potter. Came back, and that one was deflected by Berard as the attempt came off of the 18 of New Paver. Again, a wide shot. Through the center, puck spinning around. Finally will be picked up off the sideboards, looking for Rump. Potter whiffed at it. Murdovic picks it up and saved by Mertz, and a second save by Mertz. And both Potter and Berard and a little bit of fisticuffs afterwards as they felt that their goalie, Carson Mertz, getting a little poked around. Kinsler wins the face-off for the Saints, deflected off of the side glass. Spadara is going to pick that one up in the neutral zone. Comes off of him for Crayer. Crayer goes through Kim. Crayer and Kim still tussling with each other as his puck goes into the backside corner. Will be peeled out and carried along the sideboards. Pittsburgh trying to see if they can gain out of the zone. Cassine sends that one all the way down. Shepherded by Mertz as it drops back for Kinsler. Catallo. A little bit too much of a reach for him as he lost a handle on it. Goes all the way across ice, though, for Christian Hernandez. And in front of the Mount bench as it kicks around offside, ends up getting called. Balanced in shots on goal. Difference, though, of course. Christian Hernandez, Jamie Glantz. Crayer, and that one gets kicked aside as he tried to put number 3 on the board for the Saints. 3:38 left to go here in the second period. Kinsler, Crayer. Catallo looking for it down in the corner as it gets whacked around by Kiesel. Came right back out in front for Crayer and an opportunity, and he has to spin that one off. Crayer still has it, sent it in the slot for Catallo, and it gets carried away off of the stick of the 17 of Killian Cassane. Callahan. As Callahan overlaps with Chance Adams, came all the way back to the blue line. Max Monroe couldn't keep it in. He's going to have to backtrack. Callahan holding for Monroe. Line change for Pittsburgh. Mount continues with the same 5 on the ice as they dump that one down, and now they'll line change. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. And are we going to get a... We're going to get a penalty for too many men on the ice? A misconduct on the goaltender, O'Keefe. And that's huge. That's going to put a player in the box big time. So Stiers is going to end up in the box for And they're out Owen Stiers for 10 minutes. It doesn't affect in terms of 5-on-5, 5-on-4, any of that aspect. It'll be 5-on-5. Because Pittsburgh is going to be minus a player of use. The Owen Stiers will sit for 10 for the misconduct call on O'Keefe. Around the backside boards, Miller tries to move that one for Gilbert. Dylan Dean. Dean fires that one and it goes wide of everything. Hits off the backside boards, comes back. Adams trying to see if he could get a stick in on it. Dean continues to fight with it along the side boards. Pops up over top of the stick of Berard and comes all the way back for Monroe in the defensive zone for the Saints. Hernandez poking one was a very spinning Jamie Glantz, and now the catching glove and the stick of the goaltender are dispossessed. And we'll get a stoppage of play. 1:37 left to go. Here in the second, we'll get the longer intermission in about 97 seconds. As they'll bring out the Zamboni to resurface the ice before we play the third period. Puck dropped, cycled around the backside boards by Brady Wilson. Pinned in a rugby scrum. Catallo comes out with it. Hooking penalty called on Pittsburgh, so Mount will be on the power play. Callahan drops that one on the backside for Catallo. Off the side boards and up into the seats, and that one will stop play. 57 seconds left to go here in the second. 1:20 remaining in the advantage. Kicked into the corner. Will be grabbed at the blue line. Held very craftfully by Will Bent as he went across for Dylan Dean. Adams. Bent. Deflected. That one's going to drop just behind the net. As players sprawl out in the corner and continue to fight for the puck. Dean. Slot pass. Glance. And that one was kicked aside from O'Keefe. Bent through traffic. It kicked off the backside of the boot of Proctor in the final 14 seconds. With 30 remaining on the power play, Dean dropped it for Bent. Bent through traffic. O'Keefe makes the save. Kicks around again and another save, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. 2 scores in the first stands as the scoreline now through 2. As The Saints lead Pittsburgh Vengeance 2-0. We'll take the commercial break and be right back. You're watching RA Saints Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
shot! Off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires. Deflected. No. Rebound. Score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown!
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Ducks in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
As we welcome you back and we get set for third period action here on Fans Only Sports Network. Saints lead 2-0 over Pittsburgh Vengeance. These two sides will meet again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. right here on Fans Only Sports Network. As always, you can follow us at Fans Only Sports. It's fansonlysportz.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you might have at FOSPORTZ. Tonight's third period is brought to you by Stanley Tree, employee owned and operated. Visit StanleyTree.com for more information, and by Hamden Sports Center, Connecticut's hockey pro shop, as they are checking the spike pegs on the bottom of the nets. And we were underway in the third period of action. 20 seconds of power play time for the Saints as Harvey serves out the end of his hooking penalty. Owen Stiers still in the box as he's serving the misconduct penalty that was assessed to the goaltender Tyler O'Keefe. But can't pull the goaltender out of the game for 10 minutes when you don't have a backup. So they put Stiers in the box instead. Penn. Oh, on O'Keefe, and it came back out for Glance. Couldn't get that one to go in. Dean had one kicked away from him and was fired up along the blocker pad by Motorovich. Glance past Harvey. Glance back at it. Glance flicked one, and it somehow got around O'Keefe and just fluttered. How that one from Jamie Glance didn't end up in the backside of the net. It just fluttered around after it got past O'Keefe's pad. Offside brings the faceoff back outside the blue line. Won by Pittsburgh. Spadaro kicked that one off the sideboards. Medved tapped it, and it goes all the way down into the corner. Will get picked up by Crayer. Horseshoe around the backside boards. Flipped up as Cataldo and Crayer continue to work on the side. Crayer, sideboards. Crayer fired, and it scores! Christian Hernandez picks up his second of the game, and it's 3-0 for the Saints. They're going to give assists. I heard 12, so Matt Crayer is definitely getting one. That's his second assist of the night. Well, here who the second one went to. Tardiello off of his stick for the 88 of Baird. Brock Potter is the other assist. So Hernandez from Crayer and Potter Makes it a 3-0 score line here with 14 and change left to go in the third. As headed to the box is the 88 of Forrest Baird, 2 minutes for roughing, and Mount's going to go on the power play. Face-off won by Pittsburgh as that one kicks around the sideboards. Callahan's trying to hold it in if he can. Rump's going to chase this one into the corner. Rump goes over top Catalo and brings it back around for Saber and kicks it. Motorovich trying to get it outside of the zone. Will finally do as he clicks it off of the sideboards right in front of his bench. Crayer slots that one over. Callahan back to Crayer. Rump trying to split the wickets of a couple of Pittsburgh players. Got sandwiched out. Crayer picks that one up. Saverin, Catalo on the far side, and that one was shot by Gavin Callahan, and then a save made by Tyler O'Keefe. 112 remaining in the advantage with 13 and change to go here in regulation. Saints sitting on a 3-0 score line. Glance. Bent. Glance. Tardiello. As he loops that one around the backside for Adams. Back up top once again. Glance and Bent as they play pass back. And Bent mishandled that one, and it scoots back into the neutral zone. Bent. Shot right off the crossbar. He wanted it. Looked at the referee for one as Dylan Dean had a great shot. Dean. Glance. And O'Keefe makes the save. 19 seconds remain on the advantage. Brock Potter, Joe Gannon, Gannon around the boards. Wilson chases Gannon. Gannon gets there first. Still a loose puck free for the Saints of Ghana. Potter. Potter through traffic. Hernandez looking for the triple. Comes back. Hernandez again fires one. That one hit off traffic. Of Ghana on the opposite side. Berard as he works with Ghana for Brody Berard. Berard pulls into the corner. Comes right back out in front. Score! Joe Cannon from Brock Potter. It's 4-0. And with 11 and change left to go here in the third, it looks fairly well like the Saints have mixed up the batter, baked the cake, iced it, and put the cherry on top of it as well. And this game is going to get sent to the books. Mertz stretches out and kicks that one away. Up over top into the netting behind onto the deflection after the attempt came from Brady Wilson. And we'll get a stoppage of play. Tried to kick one back. Draw play there for Wilson. That one scooted wide. As the Saints will kick this one out of the zone. Cataldo pushes that one all the way downhill. Chase Wilson all the way back as well, too. Cataldo works with Crayer. Chance Adams, Max Monroe. And the 9 of Ryder Kinsler icing. We'll bring the puck down to the left side of Tyler O'Keefe. Berard. Callahan. Off the sideboards right in front of the Mount bench. Taken away and tried to be moved along by Miller. Across from Medved. Medved takes a shot through traffic. Miller picked that one up off of the backside boards. Tried to swing it around Mertz. May have gotten a piece of that one to kick it away. Headed down the opposite side boards is Rumpf. Rumpf peels back inside. Fires one and that one went high. Back for kill of Rumpf again. Comes around. Looking inside. Bent. Fires one. That one through traffic. Berard. For Spadaro, and that one will go all the way down to the boards. Medved. Held in by Berard. Berard backhanded and sends it back to the boards once again. Saints defensive side really pushing the envelope here. Making sure they're not letting Pittsburgh gain anything to their side of the ice, as that one's going to go up into the ceiling. And we'll get a stoppage of play, and Pittsburgh will change lines. So too will the Saints, with 9:44 left to go. Bent in the face-off there against the 17 of Killian Cassane. Cassane wins the face-off. Pittsburgh all the way down on the backside boards. Baird looped around, and Mertz is able to make another save, and it comes back for Bent and Glantz to work this one. Alongside the 14 of Dean. Glantz for Dylan Dean right in front, and that one was kicked away from him. Monroe. Monroe worked, and that one was really close to finding a corner. Was snared out of the air by O'Keefe. Berard. Kinsler off of the boards. Horseshoes around. Comes back for Berard once again as he holds it along the blue line area. Center of the zone now pushed all the way out to the outside boards. Cataldo got over there and kept that one in. Ryder Kinsler. Kinsler got knocked down. No call from the referees. Back of the blue line, it gets sent by Proctor into traffic. Saints are going to pull this one away. Cataldo comes across, looking for an opportunity. Shot, score! Matt Crayer lights the lamp for number 5. And this game has been put to bed by Steph Curry. and change left to go, and a tall ladder. If Pittsburgh wanted to try to even climb back to this one, Hernandez is going to pick this one up. Hernandez just got laid out at center ice by Medved. Gannon goes to the boards against Wilson. Around the backside boards, it'll come out along the Pittsburgh bench side. Monroe sends it on the opposite side. Afghanov. Monroe. Back through center for Agapanov again. Hernandez. As he streaks through, Hernandez fires one. That one hit traffic. All the way down past Mertz. We'll get the whistle and the stoppage of play for icing. It's been a wealth of scoring today for the Saints. They've also spread it around too. Well, Christian Hernandez does have two. As this one comes back to the blue line, Sabourin carries it through the neutral zone. Sabourin got laid out on the opposite side. Puck horseshoes around, came back for Baird. That one's going to scoot past Monroe. Mertz will shepherd it for Callahan. Trediello. Far side, sent it past Rump. Chasing it, though, is Kiesel. Baird. For the 18 of Newpaper, as Potter is going to go chase that one down into the corner. Will Bent will move it into the neutral zone area for it to be carried forward by Dylan Dean. Hard shot from Bent right at center. Went up over top of everything, hit the glass on the back side. 6 left to go here in regulation. No question of the scoreline. It's 5-0 for the Saints. Potter stamped on by O'Keefe. For all intent and purpose, in 5 minutes 50 seconds from now, the Saints side will pick up their 29th win of the season. I have 5:52. 5:52. Bent. Delayed penalty on Pittsburgh. Hard shot saved by O'Keefe. And a technical called on the Pittsburgh coaching staff for unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to put a second player in the box, and it's going to be 5-on-3. So 5-on-3 for 1:42 after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. The Pittsburgh bench. Now Mount's got plenty of hockey space to work with. Bent cycles that one back around for Trediello. Back for Bent. Dylan Dean as they work this one around. shot hard from Bent. That one went wide. Is there another penalty going to get called? This is going to be a penalty shot because I don't think you can go to 5-on-2. The arm is up again. It's a delayed penalty. Shot scored, Catallo! Anthony Catallo is going to get number 6 on the delayed penalty. Did they just throw the Pittsburgh coach out of the game? They just threw Pittsburgh's coach out of the game. Five minutes left to go, and Pittsburgh's coach and he's out. Linesman is over talking with Frank O'Connor, the Mount St. Charles U14 head coach. He already got, the referee was saying he already got the 2-minute minor and timeout called by Pittsburgh. We'll take the timeout as well quickly. You're watching RA St. Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
As we're back in action, Catallo scores to make it 6-0. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. Chance Adams. Bent. Fired in the middle of traffic. Bent again. That one goes off of the post. Kicked. And then O'Keefe will stamp down on that one. Back for Crayer. As he holds that one and fires, and O'Keefe will close on it. Two and one will end the power play. And we're back to 5 aside for the final 2 minutes of this game. Kinsler. Hernandez. Carried by Miller. Kinsler along the sideboards. Final 97 seconds. Out for Christian Hernandez. Hernandez continues to carry forward. Hernandez shot one, and that one blocked down by O'Keefe. Went right off the inside of his pad. Looked like it was almost going to 5-hole, but it doesn't. Mertz kicks that one away as it comes on the opposite side. Off of the boards, it spins all the way down for Spadaro back in the neutral zone. Past Monroe, Berard will pick it up in the final minute to go. Win number 29 on the season for the Saints. They get a 6-pack of goals to do it. They'll have a chance for win number 30 tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time, as they take on the same Pittsburgh Vengence side. U15s will take on Mercer Chiefs at 1 p.m. We'll have both those games for you right here on Fans Only Sports Network as the final 40 seconds tick away. Mertz will kick one way one more time probably. As it gets pinned on the backside boards, moved around by Gilbert. For Sabarin. Cole Sabarin props that one through. Giardello, that one kicked aside. Final 15. A bouncing puck from Potter all the way down. And the horn will sound as they'll run the final 1.2 off the clock, and that'll do it. Saints complete the victory 6-0 over Pittsburgh. That'll do it for us here from Adelaide Arena. For Eldon Darris, Matt Dolas, all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Saints win 6-0.